Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Once again, we bring you the thrilling adventures of The Shadow, the hard and relentless fight of one man against the forces of evil. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcibly to old and young alike that crime does not pay. The Shadow, who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Years ago in the Orient, Cranston learnt a strange and mysterious secret. The hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible Shadow belongs. Today's drama, The Living Head. As our story opens, a large black sedan rolls quietly down a back road leading into the city. Suddenly, another car swings out and falls in behind the large sedan. In the first car are a man and a woman.
What's the matter, darling? Is my driving making you nervous?
Of course not, Ken. Only, well, that car back there.
Oh, this is a public road, you know.
I know, but I've got the funniest feeling. I think they're following us.
Nonsense, darling. That film we just saw has given you ideas. They just happen to be going our way.
Perhaps, but they're getting closer all the time.
They're trying to pass us, that's all.
Ken, look out!
The fools! They're running me off the road. You all right, Mary?
Ken, those men, they're getting out and coming over.
Good. I'll have something to say to them.
Wow. If it isn't Mr. and Mrs. Ken Martin.
Why, how do you know my name?
I'm psychic, my friend. Get out of there.
What is all this?
Ken, that other man, he's got a gun.
Yes, a gun. I'm waiting for you to get out, Mr. Martin. Perhaps I should help you out.
Take your hands. Say, what do you want? What is all this?
We want 20,000 in cash.
You're mad. We haven't got anything like that.
You haven't been looking at your bank book lately, friend. We were thinking of holding you as a kind of security.
Kidnappers, eh? Mary, don't give them a penny.
Oh, now there you go, spoiling things. And I thought we were going to get along so nicely. Give it to him again, mate.
No, don't hit him. You'll kill him.
All right, lady. Now, you just behave, and he doesn't have to go through any more treatment. If you don't...
Oh, I will. I'll do anything you say.
Perhaps, on the other hand, perhaps you should meet Mr. Jordan. You might have a lot in common with him. Eh, Lukey?
Yes, a lot.
You see, Mr. Jordan had 20,000 he could spare, too. Only he tried to be too clever instead. Into the car, lady.
My husband. What about him?
He's coming, too. Drop the lady's husband in the back, Lukey.
Certainly, boss. Heavy, isn't he? Oh, there he is. Now you, lady.
No, I...
Coax her, Lukey.
Oh, my arm. You're breaking my arm.
All right, boss. She's in.
Good, Lukey. Drive off. I want these nice people to meet Mr. Jordan. Better not, Lukey. The professor might be asleep.
Right, boss. Open up, Professor. It's us.
Hello, Professor. We got company for Mr. Jordan.
Oh, good. He's been getting lonely lately. He'll be glad to see somebody.
Step inside, Mrs. Martin.
This lady has come to see Mr. Jordan.
Yes. We got a husband out in the car. He'll be staying with us for a while.
For good?
That depends. This is Mr. Jordan's room, Mrs. Martin. Don't be too annoyed if he doesn't stand up when you enter. Light the candles, Professor.
Certainly. There we are. Comfy little place, isn't it?
I want to get out of here.
Oh, why, Mrs. Martin? You haven't even seen Mr. Jordan yet.
Mr. Jordan?
Certainly, that's Mr. Jordan on the table there. Step up and meet him.
No.
No, that isn't very polite, Mrs. Martin. Poor Mr. Jordan gets awfully lonely. Take his cover off, Professor.
There you are, Mr. Jordan.
Poor Mr. Jordan. I suppose he's not what you'd call handsome.
Oh, take it away. Take it away. I won't, look, I won't.
Professor, wake Mr. Jordan up.
Oh, no.
Mr. Jordan. Wake up. We've got company.
His eyes, they're opening.
You see? And now his mouth is opening. He's trying to speak. Poor Mr. Jordan.
Oh, I won't believe it. I won't.
Unfortunately, my experiments have not reached the stage where Mr. Jordan can articulate clearly. But perhaps that's just as well. After all he's been through, I don't believe his conversation would be very pleasant.
Oh, take me out of here. I can't stand anymore.
Let him go back to sleep, Professor. We'll go outside. Well, now that you've seen Mr. Jordan, you know what could happen to your husband.
Oh, I'll pay. I'll pay anything. Only Ken mustn't be harmed. You must promise me that. Ken mustn't be harmed.
He won't be, not as long as you're a good girl and do as we tell you. And as long as you remember, Mrs. Martin, that talking to the police is very unhealthy.
And you say you and Margot know something that might help us with this Ken Martin kidnapping case, Lamont?
Well, it's not very much, I'm afraid, Commissioner. Ken Martin was only an acquaintance of ours. But I just wanted you to know that if there's any way that I can help in breaking up this kidnapping business, well, I'll do it. I think any decent citizen would.
Well, I'll be glad of your help, Cranston. There's nothing I'd like more than to clean out this kidnapping gang. But at the moment, our hands are tied.
Have you any idea who the gang might be, Commissioner?
No, we've interrogated every known criminal in town, but still haven't got a clue.
What about the families of the victims, Commissioner?
That's where we experience most of the trouble. They won't just tell us a thing. Somehow, this gang has put something that must be even worse than the fear of death into those people.
You've talked to Mrs. Martin?
She won't tell us anything. Admits her husband's missing, certainly. But that's all she'll say. Oh, excuse me. Yes? Oh, Lawton, yes, I know. Send him in. Now, here's another example for you, Cranston. This fellow Lawton was in a car with his partner Marcus when Marcus was murdered. Now, we have every reason to suspect that he was killed by the same gang that are holding Ken Martin. But Lawton just won't say a word. Oh, come in, Mr. Lawton.
You wanted to see me again, Commissioner?
Yes, Mr. Lawton. Mr. Lawton, we need your help to break up this filthy business. You saw the men who killed your partner. You must have. Now, you can help free the city from their terror if you'll tell us what you know.
I'm sorry, Commissioner. I can't help you.
But you must, man. We'll give you every protection.
Were you able to protect Marcus? Could you protect the latest victims?
So you're afraid? You'd rather let those murderers get scot-free than risk your own life.
I'm sorry, Commissioner. I can't help you.
Is that final, Mr. Lawton?
I'm sorry. Yes.
All right. That's all. Well, you can see what I'm up against, Cranston.
Yes, I see, Commissioner. Well, this whole thing must be smashed, even if the citizens themselves have to turn over every stone in town and crush what runs out from underneath it.
Yes, but how?
I don't know. But we'll help in any way we can, Commissioner, any way.
Thanks, Lamont. Now, I'll let you know if there's anything you can do.
Well, we must be going, Lamont.
Yes, so... Bye, Commissioner.
Goodbye.
I've never seen you so worked up about a case, Lamont.
It's not just a case, Margot. It's this whole business of kidnapping. The vilest crime in the criminal calendar.
There's only something we could do.
think the first thing is to have a talk with Mary Martin. She wouldn't tell the police anything, and she may not tell us, but she might just give us some kind of a clue.
I know you're trying to help, Mr. Cranston, but I have nothing to tell you. Nothing. Now, please go.
Yes, but Ken would want you to help stamp out this crime wave, Mrs. Martin.
Please leave me alone. You can't help. You can only make things worse. Leave me alone.
Lamont, perhaps we'd
The
better...
police will protect you, Mrs. Martin.
Protect me? Against being killed, you mean? There are worse things than dying.
Worse than dying?
Yes. Wanting to die and not being able to. Oh, please, don't ask me any more. I've said more than I should.
You've got to tell us more, Mrs. Martin.
Have you ever heard of the living head?
The what?
What is it, Mrs. Martin?
Oh, no. No, I won't tell you. I can't tell you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I won't tell you. I won't.
Yes?
This is Lukey, boss.
You're supposed to be watching the Martin woman's house, Lukey.
I am, boss, but something's happened.
What's happened?
The Martin woman had a fella and a girl visitor today. They tried to make her talk.
Did she?
Not a word.
Who was it that visited her?
The girl's name is Margot Lane. Got a flat at the Dexter Arms.
Good work, Lukey.
What's the next move, boss?
We'll pay a social call on Miss Lane, Lukey.
When, boss?
Tonight, we'll force our way in the back way and be waiting in a flat when she arrives home. When she opens the door, smack. Maybe we can discourage them from being too inquisitive.
Well, here you are, Margot. Delivered right to your doorstep.
Won't you come in for a minute, Lamont?
I'd better not. Thanks just the same, darling.
Worried about the kidnappings, aren't you, Lamont?
Yes, Margot. I'm afraid Weston's right. None of the victims is going to talk.
Mrs. Martin sounded desperately afraid.
Afraid of something worse than death. Now, let's have your key, Margot.
Here.
Oh.
Probably she was afraid for her husband more than for herself.
Yes, that's the kidnapper's strongest weapon. The fact that people will do anything to protect a loved one from harm. He's stuck. There it is.
Come in for a moment, darling. It'll help, perhaps, if we talk over this affair. I'll make some coffee.
No. Well, I shouldn't, but I suppose a few minutes won't hurt.
No, of course not.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
I thought I heard something in there.
Oh, don't be silly, darling. There's nobody at home.
Probably just my imagination.
Stop that, lady. I've got your boyfriend covered. You make a fuss and he pays for it. It's not fair, but that's life.
What do you want?
Now, that's a coincidence, lady. My friend Lukey and I wanted to ask you the same question.
What are you talking about?
You and the sleeping beauty here have been trying to get information out of the Martin woman. Why? What were you after?
I don't know what you mean.
All right. We'll take it out on your boyfriend. Hold him up, Lukey.
No, you kill him.
Wake him up with your foot, Lukey.
Yes, boss. Get up, you.
Stop it.
Grab hold of the girl, Lukey. You've got two hands, haven't you?
No,
Now, look, Lukey, I said hold the girl, not strangle her.
She keeps wriggling. There, now she's pretty quiet.
Now, get her boyfriend up on his feet.
All right. There you are.
Swing him a little more to the right. Yes, that's it. Now, hold him. Hold him up, Lukey. I'll really give him something to remember us by.
A grim situation for the Shadow. Keep tuned for further developments. And now, back to the Shadow. Lamont Cranston and Margot Lane, on the trail of a kidnapping gang, are ambushed by the criminals in Margot's flat and are viciously beaten. The criminals manage to slip out the back way when they hear a pounding on the door.
Miss Lane! Miss Lane! Are you all right? Miss Lane! It's Peterson, the caretaker. Miss Lane! Good heavens! Miss Lane, what's happened?
Lamont, is he...
Mr. Cranston, there he is on the floor. He's been badly beaten, very badly. What's happened?
Two crooks. They were in my flat when we got here.
would you get some water, please, Mr. Peterson?
Certainly, Miss Lane.
Lamont. Lamont.
Oh, my head. Margot, you all right?
Yeah, I think so, Lamont.
Here's the water, Miss Lane. Mr. Cranston all right?
Yes. Yes, thanks to you, Mr. Peterson. You must have scared them off when you knocked. Here, this cold water will make you feel better. Oh, perhaps we'd better get you to the doctor's, Lamont.
That won't be necessary, Margot.
Should I notify the police, Mr. Cranston?
I'll take care of that myself, Mr. Peterson. Thanks for everything.
Oh, all right, Mr. Cranston, but if there's anything else I can do, well, just let me know.
We will, and thanks again.
That's done it, Margot. This is a personal matter now between me and those kidnappers.
You'd better rest, Lamont.
I can't rest until we've wiped that gang out, Margot. I'm going to track them down if it's the last thing I do.
But what can you do, darling? We haven't any clues to lead us to them.
I think the Shadow can get some information, Margot.
You're going back to see Mrs. Martin?
No. Another visit to Mrs. Martin now might jeopardize her husband's life. Lawton, the man we saw in Commissioner Weston's office today, is the one I want to see now.
But he won't talk either, darling. We saw that ourselves.
His partner is already dead, Margot. What he's afraid of is his own life. If I can protect him somehow, he might tell a lot to the Shadow.
Wake up, Mr. Lawton.
Who said that? Where's the light? There's no one here.
The Shadow is here.
I can't see anyone.
No man sees the Shadow. I'm here to learn the names of the men connected with this kidnapping terror and where I may find them.
I can't tell you. I won't tell you.
You've got to tell me, Lawton. You'll help me smash this gang.
You're not part of the gang?
I'm here to destroy them, Lawton. I'm going to smash that ring if it takes me the rest of my life.
But if they find out I've talked, they'll kill me. They'll make me the living head.
No man will ever know what you've told the Shadow.
I want to believe that. I'd like to help.
What is this living head you talk about?
Oh, it's horrible. They keep it alive somehow. It just stares as if it wants to die. But it can't die. It can't.
The Shadow will see that there is no more living head, Lawton, if you will give me the information I need. How can I contact these kidnappers? Who are they? Where are they?
I don't know. I'm supposed to meet them tomorrow night. To pay them $5,000 they've demanded to let me live.
Tomorrow night? Where?
You'll protect me?
The Shadow will see that you're safe, Lawton.
All right, then. It's the old country road at midnight.
You'll keep your appointment, Lawton. But you'll tell them you haven't the money.
No, I mustn't.
The Shadow will protect you, Lawton. But you must do as I say. Meet them as you planned, but do not give them the money. You understand?
I understand. I'll do it. I'll do as you say, Shadow.
Where were you all the afternoon, Lamont?
The public library, mostly, Margot.
Oh?
Then I went out to the medical school at the university to talk to Dr. Rosanov, the famous vivisectionist.
What's going to happen tonight, Lamont?
Lawton's meeting the kidnappers, but he's not going to pay.
What will they do to him?
Take him to their hideout, I hope.
But won't he be in danger?
No, Margot. I'm going to follow as the Shadow when they take Lawton to their hideout. Then the Shadow enters. You go for the police, but give me 10 minutes in there before you call Weston.
It's nearly midnight, boss. Perhaps Lawton isn't going to turn up.
Of course he'll turn up, Lukey. It wouldn't be polite to keep us waiting.
How long, boss? There's a car coming up the hill.
Just as I told you, Lukey. Lawton wouldn't disappoint us. It isn't polite. And besides, it isn't healthy. You're just about on time, mister.
Yes, just about. That's good.
You've got something for me, Lawton?
I haven't got the money.
Oh, he hasn't got the money, Lukey.
No money?
I tried to raise it, but I couldn't.
No? That's a pity, isn't it? Well, suppose we take a little ride in your car.
But I...
Move over. Lukey'll drive. We left our car at home.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll get the money. Tomorrow, perhaps.
You heard the boss. Get over. Oh, Lawton, you must be cold. You're shivering.
You ready, boss?
Yes, Lukey. Let's go.
End of the line, mister.
This is it. Get out.
No, wait a minute.
Help the man out, Lukey. He's getting stage fright.
Come on. Get away.
Come on, hurry up.
Go.
Open up, Professor. It's us.
All right, all right. Well, what's this?
New material, Professor. Here's a boy going to the head of his class.
Pretty good, boss.
Get him inside.
Oh, go on. Get in, you.
Now, take him into Mr. Jordan. He'll be glad to see him.
Yes, boss. Jordan's been very restless tonight.
Let's have some light.
All right, boss.
No. Let me out of here. I can't look. No.
Don't mark his face, Loki. We'll be needing it.
Oh, Mr. Jordan will be glad to know that.
This is Lawton, Mr. Jordan. He's come to relieve you. Tonight you're going to die. You're going to rest.
Hear that, Mr. Jordan? Poor Jordan. He's waited so long to die. So long.
Let me go. Let me out of here.
Get hold of him, Lukey. I thought I'd told you to close the door when you came in, Lukey.
I did, boss.
The wind must have opened it. Well, Professor, how do you like the new subject?
Oh, good head. It'll be interesting to work with. When do we perform the operation?
No, let me go.
Let's make it now, Professor.
No, I'll tell. I've got the money.
Don't worry, Lawton. They're not going to take your head.
Listen to Mr. Jordan, boss. He's talking.
What's the bright idea, Professor?
I didn't have anything to do with that, Rocco.
Perhaps it's time for me to have my revenge on you, Rocco.
Professor, keep that head quiet.
I can't, Rocco, I can't.
I'll stop it.
What are you going to do with a gun, boss?
I'm going to shut that head up for good.
You should know you can't kill the living head, Rocco.
It's incredible.
Rocco, I'm going to get out of here.
Nobody gets out of here, Lukey.
Who are you? You're not the head. Who are you?
I am the Shadow. I've come to take vengeance.
Professor, is this another of your tricks?
No, I swear it.
Put away the gun, Rocco.
I'll kill you, Professor. You're responsible for this.
No, Rocco, don't.
I said put away the gun, Rocco.
No, oh.
What was that? Something knocked the gun out of my hand.
The police. Let's get out of here.
Don't move. Grab hold of that gun on the floor, Lawton, and keep them here until the police arrive. It wouldn't do to have the police find the Shadow here.
Well, whatever it is, it's gone. What are you waiting for, Lukey?
What do you mean?
You need a blueprint to tell you you've got a gun. Get him.
Shut up, you. Don't move your hand any closer to that pocket, Lukey.
Get him, I told you.
Keep away from that gun, Lukey. You just talked your gunman into suicide, Rocco. Now perhaps you'd like to try something. Here, what's all this? You're kidnappers, Commissioner Weston. This one's the leader of the gang. That one was the one who did the dirty work. And over there's the professor, head of the terror department.
Well. So I was wrong about you, Lawton. I thought you were scared. But breaking up this gang single-handed took a lot of courage.
Well, to tell you the truth, Commissioner, I wasn't exactly single-handed.
And now that Ken Martin is safe, Margot, the gang is completely broken up, it looks as if Rocco is going to get a very early trial.
Well, I certainly hope so. You know, Lamont, there's still one thing you've never explained. That horrible living head. What was it?
The kidnappers preyed on the minds of their victims with a hoax that was based on scientific fact. They made them believe that they'd been able to keep the head of one of their victims alive.
Oh, how horrible.
Of course, Russian scientists have been able to keep a dog's head alive, but after my talk with Dr. Rusanov, I knew they couldn't do it with a human head.
But they saw it move. They said it was alive.
In the half-light of the hideout, it did look alive, Margot. But it was actually only a very realistic wax imitation, adroitly manipulated by the man known as the Professor.
Oh, what a cruel, horrible trick.
It's typical of the kind of men who kidnap. The Crown isn't going to give much clemency to murderers like that. And when Rocco and his gang do come to trial, Margot, you and I are going to be right in the front row of that courtroom. These criminals must be taught that crime does not pay. So concludes tonight's adventure of The Shadow.
The seed of evil bears bitter fruit.
Next week, same time, same station, another Shadow story. Be sure to listen. This feature is produced by Reg Johnston for Grace Gibson Radio Productions, a masterpiece of suspense.